Welcome to the Odyssey, hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario, we on a new.
After 6 years, the Nintendo Switch has cemented its legacy as one of the best consoles of all time. A revolutionary system at the time of its launch, the console's key selling point of seamlessly gaming at home or on the go was a turning point for Nintendo after its previous device, the Wii U, performed dismally across the globe. The Switch was a game changer for Nintendo, one which needed very few updates to its hardware over the years when compared to the more frequent rollouts of newer DS and 3DS handhelds during its run. At the same time, the Switch console updates that we have seen have been well executed and thought out spins of the original hardware. The Switch Lite turned the console into a pure handheld gaming console, while the OLED Switch enhanced the experience of playing games on that platform with a better screen and several other small physical tweaks in its design. Currently, it's rumored that the next Nintendo Switch will launch in 2024. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the top 10 most requested features for the Nintendo Switch 2. This video is going to be amazing, so make sure to stick to the end. But before we jump right in, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified of all upcoming Switch 2 videos. Number 10, Switch backwards compatibility. With over 122 million Switch consoles sold so far, Nintendo has a massive base player to appeal to with its next-gen console. It also allows for those established games libraries to be playable on the next system. Backwards compatibility was one of the major strengths of the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS console generations, and the option to jump onto a new platform with a treasured library of games will be a major selling point. At number 9, we have more power. If there is one area where the Switch is lagging behind, it's in its graphical hardware department. While it's amazing just how much the console is capable of with its aging hardware, I mean, just look at Xenoblade Chronicles 3. The last couple of years have shown just how many compromises are needed to get games running smoothly on the system. No one is expecting Nintendo to somehow figure out how to shrink an NVIDIA 40 series GPU into a tiny chipset, but a solid foundation that could provide a more contemporary and stable gaming experience could help ensure a long and healthy attention-grabbing lifespan for the console. At number 8, a shift up to 4K resolution TV and 1080 for handheld. With more power comes a greater opportunity to create a gaming experience that is comparable to what Sony and Xbox have to offer. While Nintendo's strengths lie in its strong pedigree of games over pure graphical grunt, there are more immediate benefits to establishing a higher benchmark for our games to run on Nintendo Switch's next system. A 4K output makes text and user interface elements look sharper, while core gameplay looks less muddy and takes advantage of newer TV screens to stand out more. Nintendo's first-party games in particular emphasize on vibrant palette of colors, and seeing those joyful titles pop on newer screens could help sell the identity of a new console. At number 7, improved controllers. The JoyCons are one of Nintendo's most innovative ideas. Detachable controllers that emphasize the spirit of sharing that has helped make the Switch a blockbuster device. I mean, there's a reason why they're not called the Joy Pros, as the latest couple of years proven there's some definite cons to their design. Awkward to use in big hands, subject to analog drift issues, and about ergonomically comfortable as high-fiving a cheese grater. The fact is that the next Nintendo console could benefit from more comfortable controllers. At number 6, new controller input methods. One of the most exciting developments in the gaming space recently has been focused on how we interact with games. The PlayStation DualSense controller is a benchmark in haptic feedback design thanks to its nuisance, vibrations, and adaptive triggers. Nintendo is a pioneer when it comes to innovative methods for gaming. From the Wiimote motion controller to the 3DS touchscreen and stylus, and the company knows how to make these inputs feel less like a gimmick and more like an essential way to experience its games. Number 5, upgradable SSD storage. When it first launched, the Nintendo Switch options for storage were simple but reliable. 32 gigabytes of onboard storage that could expand with the micro SD card meant that there was more than enough room for several indie titles and first-party games. But times have changed since then, with games being more demanding and new consoles hammering home on the benefits of SSD storage. A more modern solution is required to keep up with the competition. At number 4, overhaul the eShop to deal with all of the shovelware. The Switch eShop library is one of the most impressive digital storefronts around, thanks to the sheer variety of games on it. At number 3, improve gameplay capture options. Compared to the PlayStation or Xbox, game capture options on the Switch are severely limited. Screenshots are an easy tap away, but if you're looking to capture video for more than 30 seconds, well, then you're going to have to invest into a capture card. There is an opportunity for Nintendo to offer a much more robust set of capture options for its next console, especially after it seems to have loosened up its infamous stance towards YouTube, as more eyes on your product is better. At the same time, integrated approaches to streaming games would also be a sound move, allowing streamers to more easily broadcast their adventures across Nintendo's various titles. At number 2, Nintendo 3DS game support, and I will add Wii U as well. It's a safe bet that the Nintendo NES, SNES, and Nintendo 64 games will make a jump to the next-gen system thanks to its popularity of the online subscription service. But if Nintendo wants to appeal to a different audience, then finding a way to bring the DS, 3DS, and Wii U to its next-gen console could be a huge reason to sign up. This would likely be one of the biggest challenges that Nintendo has ever taken on its virtual console and retro gaming library due to the dual-screen nature of the older handheld generation, but it's not an impossible challenge to overcome for a company that thinks outside the box. And finally, at number 1, make the game cartridges taste even worse.
That's nothing. It's better than broccoli.
Oh!
Oh, it does say,
Here we go. It's powerful.
It does taste nasty. Have you ever, like, just pissed on a bunch of nickels and put them in an oven and then put them in your mouth? That's what this tastes like.
By now, children with curious appetites have developed a resistance to the infamously foul taste of the Nintendo Switch cartridge. So it's time to head back to the kitchen and concoct a new, disgusting flavor to coat physical copies of the games with. This is naturally for the good of the children and could serve as an environmentally friendly way to recycle all those unsold copies of Devil's Third into the essence that cards could be coated with. Alright friends, if you like this top 10 list, please make sure to hit that like button and leave your top 10 list down below for your most requested features for Nintendo Switch 2. Before I let you go, I have 2 important things I need to let you know. Number 1, never give up. Number 2, journey on. Peace.
Welcome to the Odyssey. Take your time to see. We can build a new world like Minecraft, Steve. New video out, now your mind's at ease. Make sure to stop by anytime I stream. I like to dream, keep you inspired. Look to the future and see what you find. The journey together, one leap at a time. It's your time to shine, so reach for the sky.